Never take my sunshine away, sunshine away. Never take my sunshine away, sunshine away. Never take my sunshine away, sunshine away. Never take my.
Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to NXT with NaJee. This is episode 78. You guys already know what time it is. We are a part of the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast, aka The Whip Show, and also a part of BodySlam.net. Like I said, it's episode 78. This is season 4, episode 3 now. So yeah, we're moving on along here. This episode, technically, you could just call it the start of the new era if you really want to when it comes to NXT. All the young talent was definitely showcased tonight. There are a lot of people who've been waiting in the background, just casually. We got a lot to talk about, but you already know. I'm never by myself, ladies and gentlemen. I have a super fan this time. The first, I would like to say, crowd fan that we've had this season. This person is there every single week, or at least tries to be every single week at the PC, also at the house shows, big time NXT supporter, great guy, always showed a lot of love. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Make some noise. I almost said make some love. That would have been weird. Make some noise for Kieren. What's going on, brother?
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, man, thanks for being here. How you feeling after the last taping there? I saw you in the crowd out there.
A little tired, but it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good one. There's a lot of energy those last couple of matches I saw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but tell everybody a little bit about how you kind of fell in love with NXT. Let them know your origin story.
I found out about NXT in 2010 when it was that little game show, and 5-year-old me, 6-year-old me loved it. And from there, I just kind of kept watching as I got older and made my way to the PC around a year ago. And I fell in love with the community, the people, and I've just been trying to go every Tuesday since. Yeah,
dude, it's my favorite place in the world, and I miss it like crazy, dude.
Well, we miss you there.
Yeah, I know. I keep hearing that. I keep getting messages and stuff from people being like, "Dog, you're definitely your energy is definitely missed." But I appreciate that. But thank you again for being here. It's awesome to hear like how everybody has their own ways of falling in love with NXT, and it's really hard to fall out of love with it once you actually get into it. So before we get into the matches, just a couple notes about some things that did happen tonight. Jada Parker gave a fire promo. It was unbelievable. I thought it was like on par with Kalani's that she gave a couple months ago, and now that's something I really just kind of want to see down the line, even though they've fought each other a lot. I think this version of both of them competing or even as a team wouldn't be too bad. Then we got Tony D is still around, obviously kind of lingering around the title and whoever's in the title picture and in the title tournament, and we'll talk about that as the night goes on. And then Ricky also pops out and does some commentary throughout the night that was pretty funny, and he's kind of giving me like late 90s Dwayne Johnson vibes with this new attitude that he's got. So that's something that I'm excited to see build up, throughout the next couple of months here before we get to Stand and Deliver. But now it is match time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about the matches of the night. First match of the night, we have Elio LaFleur making his debut. Elio against Ethan Page for the North American Championship. How was the energy for his entrance? How was everybody really taking it in when he came out for the first time?
Oh, great energy, great crowd chants. What a debut! First off, he absolutely killed it, and it was a great match to start the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really, really good match to start the show. Like you said, Phil looks awesome. No wonder he got a title shot so fast. Like clearly he's ready and has been ready for a while. Didn't really look like he had to adjust to Ethan's pace, or Ethan really had to adjust to his pace. Dude's got speed. I'll say that. I don't know how fast he looked in the PC, but on TV he looked fast.
Oh, even at the PC, he's zooming back and forth. Like he's
yeah. How do you feel about Ethan being like his first choice? Well, not his first choice, but who he ends up getting matched with. I think that's a perfect fit. Like Ethan knows how to work with basically everybody.
He's a great performer, great wrestler. He can put him in the ring with anybody, he'll kill it.
Yeah.
So,
All in all, go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good. Like I said, it was a great match to start the show. It really, started the energy. It was great.
Oh, yeah, man. And still, though, at the end of it all, Ethan Page ends up retaining his title, which is a good move. It would have been really weird to just see him kind of drop his title, even without like Chelsea being there or it not being built up in such a big way. But Ethan retains. I think this isn't over with. I think that Ilya will probably end up winning this title off of him within the next month. That's what I would say. Because I think Ethan wants the NXT title one more time before he gets called up. And I think that makes a lot of sense for him to have it one more time. Be a lot of fun. All right. Let's see. We're going to move on to match number 2 now. Match number 2, which was Shiloh Hill versus Josh Briggs in a qualifier match for the NXT Championship ladder match that's supposed to be happening in a few weeks. The heat on Briggs is still there. The love for Shiloh is still there. The heat was so crazy, like you guys didn't hear it because you guys are in the crowd. But on the TV, Booker said some wild statements about Briggs as he was coming out. He basically mentioned that he thinks in his heart that if Briggs doesn't step it up, he'll be one of the first people cut right after WrestleMania.
Whoa.
And he just straight up said it. And it was like, we talk about those things on TV? Whoa. So, yeah, I guess maybe the heat with Briggs is backstage as well. Who knows? Because that just kind of felt out of pocket for Booker T to make such a crazy statement. Like, he'll be one of the first ones gone after WrestleMania because you know what happens after WrestleMania. They cut people.
I got to go back and watch that then.
Wow. Yeah, that was
crazy.
Pretty crazy. Man, this was a really, really, really good match, though. I enjoyed it a lot. Briggs did his normal thing because Briggs doesn't suck. He's a really good wrestler. And Shiloh also just keeps showing people how good he actually is. He got to have his little Hulk up moment, which was pretty cool. Another spot that I really liked was him getting his tooth big booted out of his mouth. That was insane. Let me see. So at the end of this one, Shiloh surprisingly ends up winning this match clean, like just clean. It's interesting to see how they're pushing him. And how are you feeling about the push for Shiloh? Do you think that this is the right call? Do you think that Josh should have went up? Which one do you feel?
Oh, absolutely. He's the LFG Season 2 winner. He has to go over here. Like, in my opinion, he has to go over. You got to give him that push. Will he win the ladder match? I don't know, but I'm very glad that he's in it.
Do you think he stands a chance?
Yeah.
That would be interesting to see Shiloh as a new NXT champion. But for all we know, we could see it. But congratulations to Shiloh Hill for getting quite a big win, a very big win, a person who's wrestled at almost every stand and deliver since I've been going to NXT, and he beat him clean. So I think we'll be seeing Shiloh on that card come April. Who knows? Maybe even going after a title. But congratulations to Mr. Shiloh. So now we're going to switch back over to our screen with just us two on it because they did not put a poster out for this next match. But it is a tag match between Swipe Right and Chase U. Very random. But the crowd still, obviously, you guys just let Swipe Right have it. I love it. It's a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It is a good time. How was it for Chase U? Because Kale showed out in this match, dude. Like, Kale was the MVP of that match, hands down. And, I just got to give that dude credit. So how was that for you guys? Because I don't think I've ever seen Kale do those things before.
Those reactions were insane. Like, he blew the roof off. That was probably one of the biggest when he did the when he kind of jumped over the rope. He kind of did that flip. The PC went insane. That was probably the loudest pop of the night. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Even over the main event, because that main event, the last 5 minutes of that was absolute madness.
That too. But no, that flip,
But so I noticed during this match too, after all of these things were happening, and Kale unfortunately took the pin. So Swipe Right does get a win, and technically their first match as NXT Superstars. So congrats to Swipe Right. But at the end, you kind of see Chase coaching up Kale a little bit, and your eyes just kind of standing on the steps looking down on him like, what's going on? Like, why is you being favorited? So I'm starting to get the feeling that Chase U might be splitting up again. So that's something to definitely keep our eyes out for and keep our eyes open for too. Yeah. So how are you feeling about Swipe Right? What are your opinions on? Because I know you've been to Evolve, you've seen him there, you've seen him at the house shows, you've also seen him at the PC. So what's your opinion on?
I love him. Great debut match. I think they have a bright future. Like
Yeah.
I could see him winning tag gold later this year, 100%.
Oh yeah, they're gonna probably skyrocket them to the moon because like them and their indie run and the things that they've done on the indies makes Tuesday nights look really easy for them.
Yeah,
And that's a reason why Sean Legacy is up, who we're going to talk about next in this next match. That's a reason why Eli Knight is getting brought up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the indie talent is real. Like, it's not to be messed with. But one more time, congratulations to Swipe Right getting a win on your first match back. First match up, I guess. And then, like Kieran said, maybe you guys will have a shot coming up here soon. I just realized I am missing a thumbnail here. Give me 1 second. Trying to make sure I get all the matches up here correct and proper for us. But yeah, I'm thrilled about these new people. I guess I don't have a thumbnail for this next one. But all right, so we're gonna talk about the next match. Is Eli Knight versus Sean Legacy. Two people that just got called up from Evolve. Sean's been doing this thing on Evolve for a long time. Sean's been kind of popping up on NXT for a while now. He's had a bunch of different opportunities. Eli Knight, like I think you guys probably know a little bit more about him than I do because he's an Orlando guy that used to sit in the crowd with you guys. So that's really awesome to see. How does that feel watching two people like that you have even got to see come up, finally get the call up?
It's awesome. They fantastic showing. I've followed both of their careers for a while now, so seeing them in NXT is it's such an awesome moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that match was good, dude. That was almost my match of the night. Like it was this close to being my match. It was my match of the night until the main event happened. But the mutual respect between both of them was really real, and you could tell from the start and by the end of the match that there's just nothing but love between those two. They knew exactly what they had to do in that match, which was show everybody who's watching NXT why these two people are here in this tournament and deserve to be there. And they do. They really do, man. Sean's such a people person, dude. Like he's a people's champion all on his own. Like with his social media and just his interactions with the fans and his interactions with Shawn Michaels and Ava and all of these other people, he's really like a people's champion in his own way. And I like I said, that's no disrespect to Eli Knight because I don't know too much about him yet. But wow, a lot of energy, a lot of fan love. Sean ends up walking away with the win, so Sean is now moving on in the tournament as well. He's now in the ladder match, I believe, right? That's how it is? You win, you're in, or does it keep going?
I think you win, you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So now we're gonna go into this final match. This match was my match of the night. This match had everything on paper written to be as good as it was, and it was good. It was so.
That was a banger.
Dude, like first of all, like anytime Laney and Kendall, I say this every time, they step in a ring together, you know something really awesome is gonna happen because they know each other's timing so well. Like they're like dance partners, like perfect, like they were born to meet each other. And then you have all the rest of the veterans in there, outside of those two new ladies that have been doing this forever with Zarya and Soul and Fallon and Ren. Man, like it's just so good. I didn't want anybody to lose. That's how good the match was.
Yeah, same here. I was like, can't they just all win?
Yeah, like can't they all? That also just made me think of like in that last match, like I forgot to mention, they did so good to where the crowd was chanting both these guys during that match, and they also chanted "This is awesome" like two different separate occasions during that last match with Eli and Sean. So got to throw that out there in the middle of this one. But every single woman in this match, I can't express enough, had me on the edge of my seat, especially within those last like bring it home moments of the last 5 minutes of the show. Dog, you had no idea who was going to win that. And then you have the slow burn of Zarya and Sol Ruka still happening.
Mhm.
Like, are y'all getting sick of that too? Like, I'm just kind of ready for it to happen, but I get what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to ride it out till Stand and Deliver is really what they're doing.
Just get the heartbreak over with. Come on.
Yeah, just bring them up. Like at some point in time, Ren is going to absolutely destroy Kendall. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And shout out to production because they're actually letting Ren wrestle like Maddie Renkowski. Finally. This was the first time. This is the first time we got to see her go in there and handle business, like without any real goofy behavior. Like she was not playing. But so this match was essentially for a number one contendership at the TNA Women's Tag Team Championships. I think that the favorite obviously was Aruka. Like that's usually the favorite going into it, especially with them being on TNA more recently. Like I said, it's hard to ignore the chemistry between Rendell, and it's hard to deny Fatal Influence. It's tough, dude. It's so tough to watch this match. But like I said, fantastic. Fatal Influence ends up getting the win. JC still interferes, and I still think that she needs to get a license for that backhand. That is crazy. Like her and Lola both have no business throwing that move, but it is insane to me. All right, so Fatal Influence moves forward. Do you think that this is a sign that they're getting ready to have all the gold in Fatal Influence? Like this is one way you do it if you get them tag gold.
Did Fatal win? I thought Sol Ruka won.
Did Fatal win? I didn't think they won. I swear they didn't win. I don't know why I feel like they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Oh, give me a second.
No, you're good.
That's crazy. That's a first, y'all. That's definitely a first on my part. For some reason, I don't know why in my brain, I was like, congratulations. Yeah, they did. Yep. I was wrong. Misoto was wrong. So, like, I guess they really are still grinding this out, dude. Like,
yeah.
They're really still grinding this out. I think that in my head, I really wanted it to be Fatal Influence. Maybe that's why I forgot to finish. Like, I just really want Fatal Influence to have all the gold before.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, but this Sol Ruka thing and the Zarya thing, did you put tag gold on them and then have them still beef?
Well, see, there was a little hug at the end.
Oh, after
when it went off air. So there's a part of me thinking like Zarya is gonna turn in the tag match or something's gonna happen in the tag match, but
because they hinted at it during this match.
Yeah, they did pretty much the whole match.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Zarya's just gotta unleash Zarya, man. They really do.
I know she needs to go in there and just
destroy
it, right?
Because remember when she first got here, she was just F5ing the hell out of everybody.
She was making the whole division look weak. She was killing everybody.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it just I don't know what happened. She just kind of fell into the fray. But hey, women's tag division is hot right now on the main roster and NXT, so I'm not mad about it. No. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is outside of my whoopsie. I still can't believe I just did that. That is going to be it for wrapping up and recapping the episodes this week. So now we are going to scoot on over to the part of the show where I get to ask my guests 3 questions. So the first one for this season is going to be the same for everybody. I'm going to say it every week. What keeps you locked into professional wrestling all the years that you've been into it? Is it the drama, the promos, the storylines, the characters? Like what part of it really just does it for you?
It's a little bit of everything. I love the in-ring work because I've always wanted to be a professional wrestler myself, but it kind of fell through. So watching the in-ring and, picking that apart, that's something I love to do. And I think that's what always keeps me coming back. I think that's the main thing.
Thank you. I love it, man. All right, number 2. So I've seen on your Instagram and on your social media, you've traveled to a lot of really cool places. You've been all over the world. What do you think is your favorite destination that you have been to and why?
Germany. I lived there for 5 years. I have family over there, so I love going back. It's a great place to be, great place to travel, and it's like right in the middle of Europe, so you can just, hop on a train, go back and forth to different countries. Like that's probably my favorite place to travel.
That's awesome. What's the weather like out there if you could compare it to somewhere else?
It's definitely 4 seasons. In the
Yeah.
winter, it's snow everywhere, freezing. Spring is that perfect little temperature. Summer's way too hot. They have no AC over there, so it's brutal.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Yikes.
and then
Is
fall's
it like
another.
Florida hot? Is like Florida hot?
No, because Florida
No.
has that like humidity. Germany
Mhm.
doesn't really have that, but there's no AC, so it's just it feels
Jeez.
hotter, but it's not really. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I got you. I appreciate you. You trying to though. All right. So now, last question. We have the Royal Rumble coming up in a little less than 2 weeks. This is an interesting one. I feel like it's one of the first years we don't really know who's going to win it. We all kind of had guesses, but some things like Cody losing the title kind of shakes things up a little bit. And the women's scene is just kind of, it's been super taggy lately. So we have no idea what individuals could win it. So I'm curious as to what your picks are for this year's Royal Rumble for the men's and the women's.
For the men's, I would love to see Braun Breaker win it, but I think they're going to go Cody. I think Cody's going to win it. He's going to win his 3rd Rumble.
No disrespect, Cody. Like, I love you to death, but
like that's, I don't know. I see him doing it. But
personally,
I would love to see Braun Breaker win it. He's put in the work, and he's a beast. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, especially now, for sure. All right, for the women's side, who you got?
That's tough because, like you said, it's been really like tag teamy lately. No one's really had like a singles, like super singles run.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say Liv. I think Liv.
Yeah,
it's her time.
I feel like that's a very safe bet too. Like, it's been a while. I think when was the last time she won? She won one before though, right?
The Rumble? I don't think so.
Yeah, or no, she's always been runner-up or like one of the last 2 or 3 in it, but never actually won it.
Yeah, the last couple of years she was like the runner-up.
You gotta watch out for her and Bianca. I could see those 2 being the last ones.
Bianca too.
Yeah, because God, I think it's time for Bianca versus Jade. I think it's time. But all right, man. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you a ton, man. If you would like to share any of your social medias or anything for people to follow you and just support you as a human being, feel free to do so. This would be the time.
So it's just follow me on Instagram. It's Kieran_BROZE. I post weekly NXT pics, or not, pictures. And I just hang out. I like to interact with people. So, shoot me a text, shoot me a DM. I'm always down to talk wrestling.
Well, thank you again for being here. I appreciate it so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be Kieran's time. See you later, brother. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, thank you, Kieran, for being here. It's been an absolute blast. This has been episode 78 of season 4 of NXT with NaJee. Episode 3 of season 4, I guess I should say. A part of the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast, aka The Whip Show, and also a part of bodyslam.net. Next week, we will be back just like we are every single week. Consistency is key, my friends. Don't forget that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are NXT, and I will see you.
Sunshine away. Never take my